Turtle.
Big turtle. Oh!
He's angry!
I remember these
guys.
guys.
I remember. Just because their shell makes them.
Yeah. He's like, what the fuck has hit me in the face?
Ah!
Damn it. I don't even really know if I want to fight you. You're just XP.
The halfway stagger, okay.
Yep. Oh, he's here?
Yeah, mid-leap. Nice.
We're all just standing back and blasting them.
Yep. Precision dodge.
Aww.
You're lucky.
You see all those precision dodges?
Uh-huh.
Because I'm a golden god who will defeat the turtle.
I was like, you could go sicko mode.
Right out of it. The lasers.
Yep. Nice.
Alright, here he comes. Stop that!
Nice try.
Where'd he go? No.
Oh my god. Alright, well, I'm not doing that again right now, to be honest. That's just
It
honestly...
did give you a little experience, but...
Yeah, it's very annoying how small that arena was. Because he...
And, like, why is he still aggroed if you're, like, all the way away?
He threw himself out of the arena.
And Walius by his people.
Look at those guys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this looks sick.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
You said before that the child is bound within the surge. But you've yet to tell us how we're meant to reach him. I trust we won't have to hold our breath.
No. The surge wraps around the cape without engulfing it. If we continue to its tip, there is a path down to the seabed. And the wave's origin.
All right.
On we go.
It won't be the first dominant we've met at the bottom of the ocean.
Let's go, squad.
Final Fantasy do be loving its big crystals.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, to the surge we go. He's just vibing.
Oh, baby. I love you. Alright, I'm back. I had to go give her kisses. She's too cute.
It's not much further now.
The path seems well kept. Do you and the villagers often come this way?
We
Only
come look
me.
at the baby in the wave.
Yeah, we look at the frozen
Without
baby.
fail. It is my duty both as village elder and Walius's descendant.
You're a village elder?
But
How old are
surely
you?
no one blames you for what happened. Why should you bear the responsibility alone?
You misunderstand.
She's like so
I do it
tall.
She
because
is
I
very
want
tall.
To show him that he isn't alone, and that there are still some of us who would see an end to his suffering. Suffering you will soon witness with your own eyes. The forest grows quickly here. Left unattended, the path would be reclaimed in a matter of moons.
Alright, onwards to the baby.
I would like to see the baby.
That's so cool looking, though.
Yeah.
The way to the child.
It does indeed.
So, my question is,
Look at all the
you don't have
suspended
Leviathan when you fight Ultima.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming we rescue this baby, but we don't
It's
to
not
kill it and take its power.
It's not.
There.
They did a good job of perspective.
Down in the center. Follow me.
I don't know why that's so funny looking.
The baby!
He's still primed.
That baby's primed as fuck.
That's what he's getting. He drank Prime Energy drink, and that's what happened to him.
I was old enough to understand what was happening. One can only imagine how this poor child felt.
He is the victim of an unforgivable sin. Committed by people who saw him as nothing but a means to an end.
Looking at my own grandfather
He
as
must
a baby.
be so frightened.
Then I'll ease his burden.
You don't mean...
Clive's like, oh, did I say that out loud?
Contrary to the tales, I don't go around killing dominants for no reason.
Just ask Jill. I took her power, but she's
What
still
if I
alive and
told
kicking.
you
Sucked
there
her.
was a way to remove
Sucked her
Valisthea's
dry.
icon?
I tell you, you were a madman.
It's hard to believe, I know. But it can be done. Though, it isn't without its risks. Part of the icon remains no matter what.
So, it might still come to violence.
I don't know. It depends on the dominant. I've seen things end well, and I've seen things spiral out of control. But I do know one thing. If we turn our backs on this child, there will be no end to his suffering. And I think that a worse fate than the alternative. Don't you?
Jill's like, I'll let Clive do the talking right now. He seems to have it under control. I hate his boots.
Yeah, that's
Very
why I
well.
should switch back to his other outfit.
Do what you must.
I can't let Jill be
Whatever
all dressed
happens,
up while I'm not.
I will own the
Well,
consequences.
so we're in our core set in the other outfit. That's dressed up.
Don't be afraid, little one. Let me bear the weight.
Duh. Let Daddy Clive
Torgal was
take
like, alright, time to get in the fight mode. Clive's doing
no.
something stupid again.
everybody look out. You might want to put up an ice wall or something, Jill.
Hush now. It's going to be all right.
Hush now. Hush, little baby.
It's gonna be alright.
Is it done?
I think so. I can feel the icon inside me. But something's wrong.
Leviathan's not happy.
It's a damn water ball from 10 at the beginning.
Yeah.
Heck are you?
He
Leviathan.
wasn't just afraid. He was angry. All right. Let's see what you've given me.
The power of water. Clive has claimed a portion of the icon Leviathan's essence. Attuning with Leviathan not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells, but also allows access to several new iconic abilities, such as Crosswell, an inescapable rush of water that pummels the enemy from multiple targets. Ability details are found in the abilities tab in the main menu. Leviathan's iconic feat, Serpent's Cry, can be used to summon to Clive's off-arm a sea-splitting serpent capable of dealing precision strikes to enemies at great distances. Press square in the state will unleash Tidal Torrent, multiple bursts of water capable of forcefully knocking back smaller creatures. Pressing triangle will fire a powerful jet of water at enemies situated outside of melee range. Using these attacks will deplete your tidal gauge, becoming unavailable when the gauge is empty. The gauge will slowly replenish over time, but can be refilled quickly by pressing O. Time a second press perfectly with the on-screen prompt to immediately refill the gauge and earn unlimited ammunition for a short period of time. There's a lot of information.
Yeah,
there.
damn.
This replenishes with precision dodging. Pressing R1 while dodging will cause Clive to roll to extend the dodge even further.
Mmm.
Is that Leviathan?
No, just an egg. But a formidable adversary nonetheless.
Okay.
Oh, I see. You have to time it.
They did say that, but I was trying to dodge the attack. How do I time it? Oh, there we go.
Oh, look.
That's fast.
Hold tight. Slow.
Ow. This is a complicated moveset.
Yeah.
I have to use...
You have to use Leviathan. You
Yeah.
can't use something else. You got unlimited for a little bit.
Finished.
Okay. Oops.
They're like, do you want a gun arm?
Yeah.
You have to use it in this whole fight.
Ah! He almost got me. I honestly... I think recharging, now that I know the timing, is really easy. Like... Nope, I messed that up because I got distracted by that. It's like you just immediately press it. Ow.
You also have your sicko mode, so...
Yep. Ah!
Damn!
I don't love Leviathan's playstyle. I mean, it's probably very useful in the use case. But other than that, I don't really love it. Like, I prefer to be up in there. Take that. I really hate that you have, like, you get stuck in the gauge
Yeah.
Well, trying to dodge. Like, how am I supposed to... It's not impossible, but I don't really find it satisfying. No, bullshit. Alright, well.
I can't go on.
This, I do not like it.
Yeah.
Like, it's way too slow.
Hmm.
Is that Leviathan?
No, just an eggy. But a formidable adversary.
Wrong button. Like, is that hitting him?
Oh, look. It has friends.
I expected Leviathan to be much more fluid. I debate that I was in that range just now. Tide Slinger?
Nice. I don't know what it's for, but...
I guess like I'm supposed to be using this more. It seems to really do stagger damage. And the other one is for
There's multiple enemies.
yeah. Like, I feel like I don't have an explosive move with this that does a lot of damage. Ow. Oops. I keep hitting triangle to attack after, or O to attack after using the refill. Which is throwing me off a little bit. Like, once you start to do that, you can't dodge out of it. It's very annoying.
Super soaker.
Thanks, boy.
Torgal healed me right at the end.
I was like, you have all your potions back too. I was
Yeah.
worried you're gonna get one shot, and you were so close to beating them again.
Okay. We got our weird orb.
Aqueous orb.
Like, I wanted like an R1 ability from that. I'm sure I'll get one
Is everyone
eventually.
all right?
He seems calmer now.
You said Walius was frozen in time. But he knew we were here. How?
I don't know. He's
I
never
can't
reacted
hold
to
him.
anything or
Yeah,
anyone
Akon told him.
until now.
The child has been bound for nigh on a century. If he has been conscious from the first, we must remove the seal at once.
It's not that simple. I wish it were, but there's more to this tale.
Of course
It would
there
be better
is.
if I explained back at the village.
I feel like you should just give us the whole
I
story.
see. Then let's return before it gets dark.
I'm sorry, Walius.
Wow,
I will
yes.
make this right.
Why? Blow. Blow from Progressive?
Yeah.
So, part of Leviathan is inside you now, is it? Does it hurt?
No. Not anymore, anyway.
I'm used to it. things being
because I still
inside
have
me
need of your strength.
from Jill.
If you want to know the rest, we should head to the Witten Hall.
Of course.
Alright, to the Witten Hall, everyone.
Here. That's the marker you put that you're going towards. Just FYI.
Yeah. I hate that it almost looks the same.
Mm-hmm.
Lady, you look like you got a lot to say.
Yeah, she is like
Yes, my lord.
multiple.
Oh.
My name is Delina.
Oh, it doesn't read out odd. Well, other adjutants who came before me played the role of guardian as well. Lady Shula is an able warrior in her own right and requires no protection. I assist her in ministering to our people's affairs when she is absent or indisposed. It was I who informed the rest of the village of your coming at the tributary's request. If there's aught you wish to know of our people in our village, please do not hesitate to ask.
As I'm sure you're aware.
This land was once the domain of the northern Thagnans?
Thegans?
Though the settlement had lain abandoned for some time, when our ancestors' wanderings finally brought them here. Remote as it was, it seemed to them the ideal place to settle, and they duly cast a glamour over it that their home might remain
The
hidden.
secret of the spell itself.
I look at the text got smaller.
They fit in a lot of stuff.
The secret of the spell itself has been passed down from generation to generation. Since the time we left Ash, we used it to disguise our camps, that the custodians of the lands through which we wandered should not learn of our trespass. And it was these temporary enchantments which led our ancestors to contemplate a more permanent solution upon
so they
arriving
built the
here.
cairns.
Filled with all the shards of the crystal the tribe could spare, and sent forth a glamour large enough to cover the entire land. For many days and nights thereafter, their bearers labored to attune the spell that the outside world might see this place slowly succumb
And
to the
thus
blight,
we hid ourselves away.
welcoming none into our private haven until you, that is.
Don't understand, why don't they just fully voice act it? They are having them read the first line anyway, so the voice actor's already in the studio.
It's a weird choice.
Why not just read how much are they saving?
It's definitely a budget choice.
Like, time and money-wise, how much can that save to have them read?
Well, think about, you have to pay the voice actor. You gotta pay the people to animate the faces and everything. So it's probably a substantial... It's not like, in the grand scheme of the budget, not that much, but it's probably a bigger amount of money than you would expect. At first, the spell only worked one way. It was only after the skies changed that we conjured a second illusion for the benefit of those inside. It was Lady Shula's idea, a salve for the nerve of those who feared the roiling stormclouds were a harbinger of the end. I pray it brings you a little relief from the darkness of the world beyond the wall, as it has done us.
Our story began.
On the northern coast of southern Ash, where for want of arable land, we relied on the mountains to quench our thirst, and the bounties of the sea to fill our bellies, and thus we did learn the value
After
of
the
water.
fall of Drake's Horn.
We spent decades in exile, drifting across the deserts and snowfields of the Twins, till at last we arrived here of Mysidia, our second true home. Here we found mountains, rivers, and seas not unlike those of our first home in Ash. All that we lacked was crystal. We have no mother crystal of our own here, nor have we ever received any stipend from our neighbors. Were it not for the few shards we have been able to stockpile during our wanderings from Storm, we might never have survived the fierce few winters, let alone cast a glamour that protects us. For to demand that the bearers among us sacrifice their lives for the benefit of the others was never an option. The hardships we had faced on our journey had brought us together, and we would not be divided again, thankfully. Our unity provided our strength. And so here we have stayed, dependent only on the blessings which this land provides us, the springs, the rivers, the seas. These are all we motes of water need. Okay?
Fare you well, my lord.
She gave a whole history lesson.
Yeah. Feel like, what's her name?
Chula?
Chula could have given us that information.
The spell
Right.
which binds Walius, you must first know who we are, and what drove my forebears to commit such an atrocity. This tapestry is our
Gonna be a long
story.
cutscene.
the
I
one
want a
that brought us
flashback
here.
cutscene.
After generations of wandering, my people sought refuge in northeastern Storm, some 170 years ago. But in exchange for our safety, the Gregorian Church demanded we renounce our faith. and branded us heretics when we could not.
To be exterminated, as a lesson to others.
And so was it chronicled in the imperial histories, for anything less would have made the church seem weak. Yet a handful survived. The few who did fled north and west, and in doing so discovered two things that would forever shape our fates. The first was an old legend, revealing how to make your very own mother crystal.
I've heard that one before.
Yes, yet it gave them new hope. However
That's
false.
Omega, right?
Yeah.
Our ancestors convinced themselves that they could recreate the divine if they could only find a strong enough heart. A living being capable of channeling torrents of ether. And the heavens provided.
A dominant warriors.
They'd stumbled across a nostrum in an ancient ruin, which they believed could provoke a sudden outpouring of a creature's ether.
They wanted to make them angry. They were just going.
His icon.
Yeah, it's a good idea to do it to an icon.
Yeah.
Leviathan would have destroyed everything, had our people not made their second important discovery. A means to stop time itself.
I mean,
Where did they
Seems
find
pretty
that?
powerful.
seems pretty crazy.
The Northerners had no such magics, or they would have used them.
When our ancestors first arrived, the land was uninhabited, save for an old witch who lived on the highest peak.
She's napping.
Her body had been consumed by the curse, a cruel payment for her long
Oh,
years of
right, they
service
turned
to
into
the Northern
crystal.
Thanes.
Yeah.
So desperate were they to prevent the fall of Drake's eye, they'd forced her to devise a spell to stop time.
But Drake's eye did fall.
It did. When she finally perfected the necessary magics, it was already too late. As punishment for her failure, the Thanes exiled her to this forsaken place to live out the few days she had left. Knowing her suffering, our ancestors cared for her as best
Jill's
they could.
ancestors?
And in
Yeah.
return,
Is that like Jill's
she
great-grandma
gifted
or
them a
something?
spell that even though she should die, her legacy might live on. So armed with both the knowledge of the ancients and the secrets of time, our ancestors settled upon an ambitious plan. They would create a new mother crystal and enchant it that it might endure for all eternity. Thus would our people's wandering, our suffering, finally end, and prosperity visit us once more. And all it would require was the sacrifice of a single child. A small price to pay, or so they believed.
What is one baby worth anyway?
Yeah.
Another victim
This is a
of
trolley
man's
problem.
blind reliance on the mother crystals. So we know the seal source. How do we break it and restore the flow of time?
Do you recall the dome of light on top of the cliffs to the west?
How could I
Inside
forget?
lie the ruins of an old temple. It was there that the witch built the Vare, a conduit of sorts that channels her remaining ether into the surge.
Yeah.
But it's been a long time since anyone set foot in the place. And now, there are others who claim it as their own.
Then we shall go prepared for a fight.
You mean other
That's it.
people
Best
or
to
like
stay behind.
animals?
Or
You
like
think the village could be in
monsters?
danger?
We saw the ether flow from Wallius in all directions, but only encountered a single familiar. There will be more. And should even one make its way here, I doubt the walls could hold it back for long.
Then I shall stay. The Phoenix will see your people safe, tributary.
Oh, Joshua,
You have my thanks.
I want you to come with us.
What are we gonna do without your laser
We should
beam?
depart at once. I fear time may no longer be a luxury we can afford.
They spent. This is what happens when you try way too hard to defy God.
Mm-hmm.
You either become Clive or you get fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I remember this. A water serpent. Powerful ranged attack. I mean, that's pretty cool.
That's cool. Fuck him up!
Light them up! There we go, there's Tsunami.
Yeah, that's the one that you want.
I mean, we can just max this whole thing out.
Yeah, I just can't mix out Tsunami, so.
And then when we get there, we'll max that out.
The Vare is not easy to find.
Make sure
We
you
must
equip
first
it.
head north and then west, deeper into the forest.
Because you don't have it set on any of yours right now, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'll replace Odin for now. Because he really only works if you have enough time to charge it up. Okay. Now, what's going on over at this side quest?
No sign of the child.
Also, can you upgrade that new stuff I bought?
What is it you want?
Tide Strike, a new sword.
Where you see that?
Under swords.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There.
I mean, okay, nothing's as good as the fucking Omega weapon.
Yeah.
But fighting Omega was hard, so. You're wearing. Not these.
Those things.
You're wearing the Minwu arm ring.
Yeah.
We don't have anything to upgrade those right now, it looks like.
Good tide to you.
Alright. Okay, what's going on over here?
I can't.
Just try to breathe.
Ronnie last night during her allergy
Yeah!
attack.
everything all right?
That is how it felt.
Ah, you're the outsider. I'm Fanit, healer by trade. And this is Talor, one of my patients. He took
Talor.
ill not long after you arrived.
Nothing too serious, I hope.
I hope so too, but
But
this affliction, it's like nothing I've ever seen before. He complains of feeling chilled to the bone, but there's no fever to go with it.
Well, that's because the only cure is more cowbell.
Talgic hasn't done a thing to ease the pain in his chest. I'm starting to wonder if his condition might require a different kind of treatment altogether. Shula said that you were here to help us. You couldn't help me, could you?
Sure, why
I'd
not?
be happy to. If I can.
You can, don't worry. All I need you to do is speak to Talor's son, Pavat, over at the forge, and ask if he knows what his father was up to before he came down sick. Something must have caused this, and I want to find out what. The trouble is, Talor's too weak to speak, and I can't leave his side for long. So while you talk to Pavat, I'll pay his wife
Super
Rachel a quick
intense
visit,
eyebrows,
just in
lady.
case she knows
Really?
anything.
All right.
What ails ye?
What ails you, Grandpa?
Also. Oh,
He's dying!
I've got, I wanna... The regular potions are fine, but... Alright, hello.
Oh, do you need something?
I do, though not from the forge. Fanit asked me to speak with you. She's looking into the cause of your father's illness and wondered if you could shed any light on the matter.
I see. Sorry. She shouldn't have dragged you into this.
It's no trouble, really. Tell me, did your father do anything out of the ordinary before he fell ill?
Not that I know of. But then I hardly see him. He's always out and about, like. Well, at least he was. Suppose he might have been a bit more fidgety than usual, but apart from that...
When
He's
you
having
say
an
out and
allergy,
about,
Yeah,
where does
he's-
he usually go?
Oh, he just ate something he shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Wanders over to Blazia's place most days. He's a fisher who lives on the other side of the fount. They're old friends.
I like that they're acting like this is a
Maybe he knows
huge
something I
village.
I know, it's just right
It's
there.
like 40 steps.
I'll go and speak
There's
with
like
him.
5 houses here total.
Yeah.
No sign of the child.
Got stuck. There's no sprint in here, which is very annoying. But we can still do this.
Skip.
Hello. Tell me, do you know why this old man is having an allergy attack?
What can I do for you?
My
What
name's
can I do
Valisthea,
for you?
Larry David?
Pavard tells me you're a friend of his father's, and that the two of you may have spent some time together prior to his illness.
His illness? Talor's never been ill a day in his life.
He's faking
I
it!
don't know why he'd start.
He just
out.
wants attention from his son.
Oh, Fanny
Because his
doesn't
son's
know
always
either.
busy with work.
It was she who asked me to look into his recent behavior on the off chance it might explain how his condition arose.
Oh, I suppose there was something that struck me as
Were
a
you
bit odd.
awake last night? The lady in the
He
background
kept
had a
asking
straw
about
hat
the
on.
woods.
And then
Oh, when they found the
gave
straw hats.
hat, and then I was like, the One Piece is real!
Fluffy de
And then he
Luffy.
said I'm floofy to
But he
do
wouldn't let
He
it
says
Luffy or
Fluffy de
something.
Luffy.
It was like he was expecting something to happen. It was just a matter of when. Not that I know what, but he never told me anyway.
Well, that certainly does sound unusual. And it might just be what Fanet is looking for. Thank you.
I don't mention it. What? And
What?
when you say
Yeah, it
to
was a
her,
really intense sound.
wish him the best from me, yeah?
I mean, he's
Let's see
right
what
over
the
there
hero
if you
makes
want
of
to
this.
walk across the bridge.
Alright, here we go
Not
again.
far at all.
I did see another side quest over there.
Oh, yeah.
And over there. I'm back! Got bad news.
Spoke with word,
You're gonna
but she
die.
couldn't tell me anything. Did you have any better luck?
Nothing conclusive. But there was one thing. Lazia, the fisherman, told me that Talor had taken a sudden interest in the forest of late. He kept asking him if he'd seen anything unusual there on his way back from the coast, but never let on what exactly he was expecting him to have seen.
The forest between here and the coast. Surely not. But then
But then...
I can't say for sure. But I think Talor's illness might.
Oh,
have some
here we
connection
go.
to the
Those
Tom.
gosh darn Tom. Is this where you
Really
fight the
counted them?
king?
During your time here, the small, scaly beastmen.
And you think they
Beastmen.
may have caused Talor's illness?
I do. At least in a way. And if I'm right, it's no wonder the
They got
treatments
him
I've
with
been
their
trying didn't
poison.
work.
Hmm.
Oh, I know it's a lot to ask, but would you go down into Father's Fell for me? There's an altar there, and if my fears are true, an offering upon it.
They cursed him?
is
The
going
Tomberry
on
King
here?
hates this old man that much?
Please, I'll explain everything when you return, but time flows fast. I beg you, make haste for Father's Fell and take the offering from the altar. Talor's life may depend on it.
Very well.
Clive. Okay. Alright. Let's focus on these one at a time.
No sign of the child.
So I gotta go out the gate.
And then down, yeah.
You don't.
Yes.
I have a feeling the Tomberry King is going to be the stuff of nightmares.
Probably.
It would be cool if there was ever like a Final Fantasy where the Tomberries were like, I don't know why everyone hates us, we're just trying to be friends. You just come up to us and start attacking, and then they're like, we just carry these little knives because we're like, you know, always ready to butcher our meat or something.
Hail, Stray.
stranger.
And once everyone.
Hail, stranger.
After the fall of our ancestors' mother crystal, the motes of water wandered the twins for centuries. It wasn't until the binding of poor Wallius that we put down our roots here. And since that day, we've lived in hope that he might one day be set free, and our great-grandfather's wrongs made right.
Okay, thanks for that. Alright, Tomberry King, I'm coming for you.
Before we turned east at the shipwrecks to reach the coast. Now we must head in the opposite direction.
Left it is then.
Little baby.
If there's one thing I know about beastmen, is that they love to hide in the dark.
Alright. Oh, look at them.
They're hanging out. Uh-oh. Scared. Like something you would see in Bloodborne.
Yeah, you're just like, what are these guys doing over here?
What are they up to? Some sort of ritual.
Oh no, they saw me.
Here they come.
Oh no. I don't like them in this game.
Sorry to disturb you.
Like the Moogles in Seven Rebirth.
Yeah. Oh, here they come! Their little walk.
Why can't I use my moves?
Oh, are you on your other setting? How do you switch to your other...
You can't do it in combat instead.
Oh. Because you don't have them over here either.
Oh, maybe I accidentally switched in the menu,
Yeah.
is what you're saying. Alright, I guess we're doing this the old-fashioned way. Take one of those. Oh, same time, power up team.
Nice. Jill's over there kicking butt.
Aww.
Of course. Ah!
Oh, he got me.
He's coming behind you.
Oh no. He's doing it. Stay back.
Here he comes.
Alright, we've survived another knife threat. Alright. Okay.
Okay.
We need 6,000 to upgrade Leviathan
Yeah,
again, right?
it's gonna take forever to get there.
Let's see what's on this altar then.
It's just like a little effigy of the old man.
They're just doing some voodoo. Yeah, you're on set 5.
How do I...
L1, R1.
There we go.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, what's going on here?
A silver chain. I doubt the Tomberries made it.
Do your chain
This must be
hang
what
low?
Philip was talking
wobble to
about.
the flow. Alright.
Okay.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Take me there.
See, now it was useful because we would walk out of town.
Yeah.
You're back. Well, did you find anything?
There you go.
I did. This silver chain.
I knew it.
Well, I'm still none the wiser.
He's like, I'm confused.
Forgive me. This chain. It's a Gregorian Maternoster.
A what?
What the?
What's it doing here?
Maternoster.
And why would the Tomberries be praying
Never
to
heard
it?
that term before.
Yeah,
To understand that, you need to understand what the Tomberries are.
little
They
cuties.
feed on hatred and suffering. And some say that if you render them an offering, some token of grievance against your fellow man.
Oh,
those
someone's
that
trying to kill
curse
this
upon
guy.
him.
It's the
So you
fisherman.
think someone's put a Tomberry
Oh.
curse onto Law?
I can't say for sure. Truth be told, I always assumed it was an old wives' tale. But given his fear of the forest and the presence of the chain on the altar, I don't know what else to think.
Does Talor have any enemies in the village? Anyone who would nurse such a grudge?
There's like 10 people in this village total.
No, I believe the one who
Should
left
be
the
easy
chain
to
at the
know if
altar
you have
was
enemies.
Talor himself.
I beg your pardon?
What?
But there's
You
more
wanted
to
to
the
see if it
tale,
was
you see.
real?
It's said that if you attempt to curse a soul that has returned to the sea already, your ire has nowhere to go but back to its source.
You're saying he cursed himself?
In trying to curse another,
You tried to curse somebody who died?
When my father was younger, he was one of the few permitted to venture beyond the wall on trading expeditions. He told us that when he journeyed to Sanbreque, he'd wear that chain to disguise his true beliefs, lest Grieger's faithful turn their cudgels on him.
Did they ever catch him in his deception? Might that explain the ill will he bears someone?
Not that he ever told me.
Come now, let's not waste time speculating about Talor's past. We need to focus on the present, and that means finding a way to break the curse.
All right. If there's anything I can do to help, let me know.
Thank you. I shall.
Aye, and thanks for going to all this trouble. Here, it's not much, but I want you to have this. We call it an adder stone. It's a gatherer's charm. Reacts to certain rare minerals we use in crafting. Makes them ring
okay.
out like a bell. Stuff you'd have no chance of spotting otherwise. If you find anything, see that you bring it back to me. I can make you some
They're like, you
decent
gotta
gear
gear
with
up for this.
it, if you're interested, like.
I feel like that would be
I
a
am,
good
thank
item
you.
to have had
And I'll be sure
for
to pay
just
you
the
a
whole
visit.
game.
Until then, I
To
wish your
find
father a
secret
swift recovery.
crafting items and stuff, right?
I guess, well, most of the stuff wasn't secret.
And a lot of the crafting stuff, like, it's not super necessary.
Yeah. I think what they're saying here is, like, now we're going to help you upgrade stuff for this area, and you had to have this thing to find the stuff you need. Serpent Rings. You have obtained the design draft for Serpent Rings, accessories that, when equipped, enhance Leviathan's abilities. Create these items, speak with Blackthorn in the Hideaway or Pabat in Haven's Foundry, and select the craft option. Require several materials only found in Mysidia, such as Aquamarine. An Adderstone carved from Aquamarine. Adderstones will resonate both audibly and visibly with other nearby sources. There will also vibrate. Controller. Okay.